Would Marcia's rich girlfriend please come forward?
So I can just slip that in.
Before I start going right into the two important papers that you have in your packet and that we'd like to have you get started filling out today, let me just ask you, how many people in the audience already have a power of attorney for healthcare advance directive? Good. Okay, so quite a few. And how many of you are familiar with or have completed a vial of life? Okay, good. So not as familiar with that. All right. So we're talking today about these workshops that we've developed, which is called Connections for Healthy Aging. And they developed in a rather organic way. And I happen to be recovering from a major medical event during the time that Marcia and Marie were planning these workshops. And so I got to listen in and join in. And really what we've discovered is that this is a place where the personal is political and political is personal. And so what we're talking about is really providing a space for people to have the opportunity to take a real direct look at themselves and the fact that we are all aging and that we live in a culture that isn't very supportive of that, and in an economy which is difficult. And one of the ways that we can empower ourselves is to do the best that we can do to make sure that, given the way the system is today, to keep working to change that, which means changing ourselves in response to it. And one of the ways that we can do that is by having these documents in place. So I'm going to ask you to take out now the orange paper, which is the Vial of Life. The Vial of Life. Hold on, I'm not time. The Vial of Life in the microphone is a document that allows you to record your personal medical information so that emergency personnel who might have to show up at your home or wherever you are, so that that information is available to them. They recognize this symbol. Okay, so one of these symbols goes on this packet on your refrigerator, and the other one goes on your front door.
It won't stay on a stainless steel refrigerator. You have to find a magnet.
You have to use a magnet, yeah. So you usually use a magnet to put the baggie on the door. They call it a Vial of Life, and originally when they started doing it, they used a little pill bottle and a little vial, and they had it in the freezer, but they've changed that since. So the information that they ask for is, of course, it's optional how much of it you complete, but it gives you an opportunity to put down what medications you're allergic to, what illnesses you have, what medications you're taking, your health insurance, your primary care physician, and your emergency contact information. So that when 911 is called for an emergency and people show up at your home, if you have this in place, then those EMT people will have more information than they would if you hadn't done this. Okay, so that's what a Vial of Life is. And if you complete this today during the workshop, we gave out a raffle ticket, and if you fill that in, you'll be eligible to win the raffle for a Walgreens gift certificate.
If you filled out the form.
If you fill out the form, right, the Vial of Life form, yes.
What if you already have one in your refrigerator?
If you already have one on your refrigerator, congratulations. Share it with your friends and neighbors. This is one way that we can really help people to be more empowered.
Where do we get the e-cow?
We're going to give you a packet, and then on the packet there's an 800 number, and actually on the top of the form, and you can call and order more. They're not very expensive.
They're free if you're only doing 10 at a time. So.
Oh, good, okay.
And I paid $40 for 1,000 of these. So it's really
It's manageable.
it's manageable.
And again, if you live in a single-family house, then it would go on your front door. If you live in an apartment building, it goes on the door of your apartment. Okay? All right, so that's the vial of life. Yes?